Most significant life lesson I've learned from wrestling has to be that there's going to be tough times in life, and life is just like life is about perseverance and work ethic. And everyday life's going to throw something new at you, and you have to be able to push through it, and you have to be able to overcome any obstacle that life gives you. And wrestling has taught me to be tough, and it's taught me to persevere. And during wrestling, things don't always happen your way. You don't always get the takedown you want. Like in life, you're not always going to get the paycheck you want. Your boss is not always going to tell you the right thing you want to hear. But you just have to shrug your shoulders and say it's life, and you have to be tough about it.
Yeah, and this is a really special group of seniors. It's a group of kids that have just grinded out the entire season, and started out really strong, and the leadership that we've needed out of them for the level of inexperience that we had on the varsity level was absolutely essential. And each of them are very, very special to me in different ways, and you love each of them like they're your own kid. And it's just we're in the business of providing direction and structure and stability, and wrestling gives you all of those different intangibles.
The most significant life lesson I've learned from wrestling is probably to never give up when things get tough. Every day is a grind. Every day is tough, and I mean, we're all coming back the next day. What's keeping us there? The fact that we know it's hard, but we're gonna stay there even if it gets hard. Like in a match, you're not gonna give up just because you're tired. Like we train hard.
The most significant life lesson I learned from wrestling is just being tough, sticking through it, never giving up, and when things get hard, you gotta get tougher, like never fail. And it's just a mindset that we all have.
I'd say my best moment during my high school wrestling experience was probably when I beat a Bloom Township kid, triple overtime, 3 seconds up on the clock, and just pull it off and get a big win.
Has really taught me that hard work and dedication to whatever you want to do really pays off, because at the start of the season, we were in a roller coaster ride, but as a team we came together and we realized that this only comes once in a lifetime, so we gave it our all, and being tough, dedication, grit, like our coach always taught us, is really paying off, and it gets you through life, and everything is really going to come out in the end if you work as hard as you can.
I think my biggest life lesson I learned was when stuff gets hard, you just gotta get tough and pull through it, because in the end, it's always going to work out if you work hard.
These kids have done absolutely everything expected of them, from the off season to right now, as we head into the postseason. And win or lose, I'm so proud of these guys. They don't even know it. I tell them that sometimes, but I don't think they truly know how proud of them that I am. And I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss them a lot. And they bring a level of passion to our program. They bring a level of leadership that's really hard to find. It's really hard to find. And I'm really excited for what lies beyond for all of them. I'm really excited for the direction that they've helped to provide for our younger kids. We have a lot of kids in the lineup that are freshmen and sophomores, and that look up to these guys as role models and mentors, and they've done an absolutely excellent job of providing direction to our program and giving us a platform to be able to expand in the years to come, not just numbers-wise on our lower levels, but also the intensity that comes with being a part of life.
A great experience in my high school wrestling career is definitely when last year as a junior, that I beat this Manuka kid. He was beating me by 14 points, and all he needs is one more point, and then the match is over. But I just didn't give up, and I just kept on going hard. And I was frustrated myself that I even let the match even go that far, and I ended up pinning them just for not giving up.
Growing up, I didn't really have role models, and so I wasn't sure which direction to go. And coming here to Leyden and being part of this program, I realize now that there's people actually out there in the world that are trying to help you and want you to succeed. And the coaches really gave me a sense of direction and which way to go. And they've been more than coaches and more than teachers, as you could say. They've been best friends and role models. And growing up, and I didn't have a father growing up. I have a stepdad, and I consider these guys, just a big group of fathers. It's like I love the way they push me, and I love the way they motivate me, and I owe a lot of things to these coaches.
The most memorable moment from wrestling this 4 years was winning Conant and pitting the kid in the finals. But on the way there, I had to wrestle a tough kid in the semis, and it was a close match, 3-4. And yeah, that was my best memorable.
Wrestling's probably taught me for the rest of my life that there's nothing like falling back on good training and hard work to get you through tough times. And when things get hard, you know you're not going to quit, you're not going to give up. It's just you got it in you to.
The best memories this year at Leyden Wrestling was it was a really, really big quad for this team and for our team throughout practice the whole week. We knew we were in for something big, and we came out a win. We beat the number 17th ranked team in state, Crystal Lake South. We weren't the best technique-wise, but we knew that being tough and giving hard work 100% in practice, we knew we would come out with the win, and we did that night, and it was really good.
Wrestling is training for the rest of your life, because when you practice things all year round, like some people wrestle for 4 months out of the season, but I mean people like me who's a one-sport athlete wrestle all year round, and when you wrestle as hard as you do every day, put everything you have into the sport, it has its benefits. You learn toughness. You become a tough person, and they call it training for the rest of your life, because if you learn to be tough at a young age and you're 28 years old and you have a family and you lose your job, you're going to learn that things will get better. You will fight through it. You're not just going to give up. I don't know what to do. You're going to fight through it. You're going to do whatever you need to do to help your family and get things back on track again. So, I mean, in the wrestling room, when you think it's the worst moment of your life and you want to give up as badly as you do, and you just instead you decide to fight through it, I guess that's the training that helps you for the rest of your life, right?
My most memorable moment in high school wrestling is probably being interviewed by the newspaper and then seeing my name and my story on that newspaper and shared it with all my friends and family. It was pretty cool.
Wrestling definitely taught me that, like, you got to put so much into something in order to get something out of it. Like, it's just not going to be given to you, and even though it seems like nothing's going to happen and it's not even getting better, it's getting better slowly, and you just put enough time into it, and it will happen.
Wrestling it's training for the rest of your life, because every day you have to prepare yourself for an event or for a situation that you're going to have to overcome eventually. And every day we're downstairs training our butts off, and we're trying to be better. We're training for the big day, every day is considered a big day, because every day you have a new obstacle. And, rising to the occasion is only one half of it. Because when the stuff hits the fan, you have to fall back on your training, and you have to know that you've put in the effort, you've put in the time to where you're better than your opponent. And another thing is that once you've wrestled, everything in life seems much
special. It's one of the greatest. It's one of the most historic programs in the entire state of Illinois. It's one of the most. Coach Farina is one of the most legendary coaches in Illinois state history. And these kids are a part of a legacy every day when they come in the room, and they take that really seriously. They're part of a legacy, but they're part of a family, and that never goes away. And they can graduate, and they can go on to do bigger and better things. But the fact that they were once a part of the Leyden Wrestling family means that they are always a part of the Leyden Wrestling family.